So how should Mary Kom and the other medal winners be rewarded? IAS, promotion, house or cash? How should they be rewarded? Ajay Markan has already said that they should get officer rank. That's what the whole deal with Vijay Kumar was. Let me just introduce our guests. This evening we have Mansher Singh. He's two-time Olympian and Arjuna awardee. We also have S.Y. Qureshi. Of course, everyone knows him as the former Chief Election Commissioner, but he was also Sports Secretary, so he dealt with this issue a lot. And in studio, we have Pradeep Magazine. He's the advisor sports of Hindustan Times. If I can start with you, Mansher Singh, when you won, what did they offer you? Your state government or whatever, did they offer you lots of cash?
No, I think for events like the Commonwealth Games and Asian Games, there are certain norms that the government has in place, except for CWG 2010, where state governments also pitched in and gave a healthy sum to all of us who won medals. I think the other Commonwealth Games and Asian Games have always been very to the scale. But I'd like to point one thing here is that the money always came maybe a year later, in some cases even 2 years later.
Yes.
For the first time I've noticed in the last 1 year after the Commonwealth Games is that we've started getting the cash awards a lot quicker, if not straight after the event, which is a good thing actually.
Okay, we'll quiz Dr. Qureshi about that in just a bit, about why it used to come in late. But before that, I just wanted to ask you, sir, that you're an IAS. Now, Ajay Markan, the sports minister, says that those who get medals should also be made IAS rank. Do you think that's fair?
Well, there is no doubt that there should be generous rewards, and in fact more than rewards, there should be awards announced beforehand, before the competition, because if they are to serve as an incentive, and then even after they win the medals, if spontaneous awards are announced, that's also fine. We have to be very generous with that. But I don't think cash is anywhere on the mind. It's probably the last thing on the mind. What they are thinking of is the country,
yes,
the tricolor, the medals, and all other awards are not on the mind. But if there is a well thought out policy announced beforehand, so that the compliance is also then total. Otherwise, as Mansher was saying, they announce and then they forget. What gets announced in the heat of the moment probably is all that is announced. After 10-15 days, nobody will make any announcement.
So don't you think, sir, a lot of the governments, because state governments are the ones which announce that, don't you think that they do it because they just want to be populist with all of this, and it doesn't really mean much, that they don't really want to help the sports people?
Precisely, because that's why what I say, that if it is a spontaneous outburst at the heat of the moment, suddenly then everybody is trying to announce something or the other. It is important that the awards are announced beforehand. Some governments, particularly I know Haryana government, I was also was in Haryana government, and the sports policy which was made in the last 10 years revised twice, was very, very generous, and that did help. So I think the awards which were non-existent earlier, now they are much better, but they need to be even better. And okay, even promotions, this should be known beforehand. Of course, somebody who is illiterate, you can't promote him to the IAS for sure, but there will be surely appropriate assignment, appropriate jobs for them also.
Okay.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.